there, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Missy and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. We are going to be making a layered bar today. This is one of my favorite things to make. It's a big hit at Christmas time or any time really. And you can do this with your kids, your grandkids. It's super easy to put together. You will need to preheat your oven to 350 and I'll go through the ingredients and tell you what you will need for this recipe. So I have graham crackers here and I have melted butter. I have sweetened condensed milk, a bag of chocolate chips. You could use milk chocolate, semi-sweet. I have semi-sweet here. I have miniature marshmallows. I have butterscotch chips. And I also have some pecans that are roughly chopped. And I have some coconut here. And I've gone ahead and greased and lined a 9x13 pan. And we do want our squares to come out nicely. That's why I grease it and put the parchment paper down. And that's it. So let's get to, and I'll show you how to make these layered bars. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a bowl. And then we're going to get our graham cracker crumbs. And we're going to go by the recipe that's on the back. And some graham crackers are different than others, so make sure you follow your recipe on the back. Mine is 1 cup of graham crumbs, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1/4 cup of melted butter. So there's 2 cups in this bag, so I'll go ahead and pour that in. And I like a few more graham cracker crumbs on the bottom of my square, so I'm going to go ahead and add a few more. I'm probably going to do about 3 cups. I just like the base of my bar to be a little bit thicker. And then I'll take 3 tablespoons of sugar. And then our melted butter. And then we're just going to mix that together. And I just add my butter in a little bit at a time. I don't want it to be too much, and you don't want it to be too dry. Make sure you really incorporate that butter. And you'll know by pushing down. If it kind of stays like that, then it's ready. Make sure I get all of it off the bottom. And then I'm going to bring my pan over. And put the graham crackers in. You're just going to smooth it out evenly on the bottom of the pan. Make sure you get it in the corners. Try to get it as even as you can. Okay, I'm going to get my other ingredients and I will be right back. So we're going to take our chocolate chips first and we're just going to sprinkle them on top of the graham cracker crust as evenly as we can. And you'll want the whole bag for this. And just spread them out. Then I'm going to take my butterscotch chips. You don't have to add butterscotch chips if you don't want to, but I thought it would be a nice addition to the square. You could also make a smaller pan if you just wanted a smaller pan of squares. That's fine too. If you want to add more chocolate chips, more of any of the ingredients, you go right ahead. So that's our chips. And then I'm going to add some nuts. You can use walnuts, you can use any kind of nut you want. This is just what I had on hand. Okay, and then I'm going to use coconut. And I have the sweetened coconut. And I like a lot of coconut, so I'm going to use a lot of coconut on this. Get right to the edge. Okay. Now I'm going to get my marshmallows. I do have some scissors somewhere. That's okay. I'll just rip it. You're going to cover it with marshmallows. Like I said, use as many as you want, as little as you want. You're going to push down on that. Okay. And the last thing we're going to put on this before we put it in the oven is some condensed milk. Now, sometimes I use 1 can, sometimes I use 1.5 cans. We'll just see how it goes. If you're using an 8x8 pan, you would just use 1 can. And I always go around the edge first so I don't forget it. And you're just going to go back and forth. I have been making this for years. It's one of the kids' favorite things to have. They always ask for it. Just get my spatula here, or my spoon. My spoon. I think I'm going to add just another 1/2 can. Okay. And that's it. So we are going to put this in a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. I always keep my eye on my baking just in case, but it usually takes about 20-25 minutes. And then when I bring it out of the oven, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to melt just a bit of chocolate to swirl on the top. And it's another thing you don't have to do with these squares, but I think it does finish them off quite nicely. So we'll be back in about, well, 25 minutes for me and a few seconds for you. So our layer bars are out of the oven. It took 20 minutes. And look at that lovely marshmallow topping. It's just gorgeous and shiny. And you don't want to leave it in too long. That's why you want to keep your eye on it, because you don't want to burn the marshmallows. And this is just perfect. It's the way that my family likes it. So what I've done is I have melted some chocolate in the microwave, 30-second intervals. It took 3 different rounds, and I've melted these chocolate chips. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a fork and we're just going to go over the top of our squares. I think it adds such a nice touch to the top. You could do white chocolate if you wanted to. You could even add a sprinkle or something like that, like a Christmas decoration to the top of it before the chocolate sets. We like a lot of chocolate on top, so. My kids are going to be happy when they get home from work today. And that's it. So I am going to let these cool at room temperature for about, half an hour, and then I might just pop it in the fridge to get it cooled off a little bit more, and then when that is done, I will be back. Our squares are all cool, and we're just going to give them a cut, and we're going to plate them. They are ooey gooey. That's what they look like. Yum. I'm going to continue to cut these, and I will be right back. Here are the squares. I plated some. The rest I will throw in the freezer until Christmas, and let's have a taste. So here are our squares, and they turned out wonderful. So I hope you like this recipe. I hope you try it, and I hope your family loves these bars. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe and hit that like button, and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading again. Until next time, bye for now. Mm-hmm.